What's up, Notification Squad? It's Friday, the week is over, the weekend's here, and it's time, as always, for YouTuber news. Let's do it. The fandom are raising thousands of pounds to celebrate Dan's birthday. Hackers have managed to delete the most viewed YouTube video of all time. The highest paid beauty YouTubers have been revealed, and number one may surprise you, clickbait. And of course, it's the return of Dan Hal Watch. All this, plus I'm gonna go yodel at a Walmart on this week's edition of YouTuber News, the video news service from WeTheUnicorns.com, the only website that's made entirely out of asbestos. Our first story, the fandom are hoping to raise over £8,000 in celebration of Dan Hal's birthday, and they've already managed to raise £1,000. The group Fandom Gives, who did a similar fundraising effort for Phil's birthday, are hoping to raise money for the charity Young Minds, of which Dan is an ambassador. The Just Giving page has only been live for a little while, but has already raised £1,468, and that's with only 86 supporters. So if a few more people get involved, I could hit that 8,000 target easily. I'll put a link in the description below so you can get involved. It's just another example of YouTubers and fandoms coming together to raise money for amazing causes. We've been seeing a lot of this lately. There was, of course, the Phil Lester fundraiser. There was Markiplier's recent charity calendar. There was Jacksepticeye and all his charity live streams. And then, you know, the Low Gang are, you know, they haven't hurt anyone recently, so happy birthday, Dan. And actually, maybe we'll hear a little bit more about Dan's birthday in Dan Hal Watch coming up later in the show. Oh, preview. Doing previews now. You know, I set up a Just Giving page for my own birthday earlier this year, February 31st, and you know, put it out there for the fans of YouTuber News, and they really took to it. No, it was the first Just Giving page to make minus money. Yeah, they still don't know how, but people were really quite hateful, and frankly, I deserve it. Our second story, hackers managed to compromise some of the most viewed music videos on YouTube, and they even managed to delete Despacito for a short period of time. Despacito, of course, being the most viewed YouTube video in history. Hackers changed the titles on music videos from Taylor Swift, Shakira, Drake, Selena Gomez, Chris Brown, DJ Snake, all kinds of people. For example, one Shakira video had its title changed to X, hacked by ProSocks and Kuroshi at Op Israel, Free Palestine, Feat Maluma. A little bit less catchy than Hips Don't Lie. All of the titles were eventually fixed by YouTube, and Despacito was brought back online, which is interesting because that does mean that YouTube does have the ability to undelete videos. So next time they claim they can't, they did. And YouTube says that it's now working with Vivo to work out how the hell this happened. And it definitely wasn't me, and there's no need to look into my internet history because it wasn't me. And all these tools I have, they're just holding them for a friend. It's definitely not because Shakira broke up with me and I'm mad at her. It's not. We're actually on good terms. We're actually on. For now.
What's the next story? Is it the one about the beauty YouTubers? Yeah? Is it? Alright. Give me a second, I'm gonna get into my news voice. I don't want anyone to find out this is my real voice. Alright.
Our third story, the list of the highest paid beauty YouTubers has been revealed, and the results may surprise you. These stats come from video tracking website Social Blade. I don't know how correct they are, but hey, gonna report on them anyway, and that's journalism. Coming in at number 10 is, surprisingly, Zoella, who they claim is only making I can't read numbers.
How much is it?
It's 122,500, but I was like, 1, 2. Apparently Zoe is only making £122,500 a year. Now, we have to take this with a huge pinch of salt because first of all, this is just the money that she's making from YouTube itself, the ads. So we're not taking into account the money she would make from sponsored videos, from product placements, you know, merchandise, advent calendars, you know, the other stuff. That's actually usually the bulk of where YouTubers make their money. But if we're going just by YouTube ad money, apparently she's coming in at number 10. At number 1 is RCL Beauty 101, who's making nearly £1 million a year on YouTube. James Charles comes in at number 2 with about £500,000. Jeffree Star is number 3. And if you want to see the rest of the list, you have to head over to WeTheUnicorns.com, won't you? Please don't throw rotten fruit at me. I'm trying to tease the site. It just goes to show what I always say. I should be paid more. All right, moving on. I don't know, go yodel in like the NASA building or something. You got to think bigger. All right, listen, I'm doing a video, but I've got to go. I'll speak to you later, Mason. All right, bye, mate. Well, those are our 3 stories, and you know what that means. It's time for Dan Hal Watch, Birthday Edition. Welcome to Dan Hal Watch. I'm Dan Hal. What's Dan been up to this week? Well, as you know, Dan's birthday's coming up, and he's going to turn 15 years old, and he's very excited. Now, Dan's got a hell of a party planned. All his friends are going to be there. He's going to get a bouncy castle. He's going to get a clown. He's going to get a second clown. He's going to have jelly. And of course, he's going to go on that bouncy castle with his very best friend in the whole world, fellow YouTuber Marcus Butler. Now, the problem is, there's a present Dan wants for his birthday, and he's worried he's not going to get it because he thinks he doesn't deserve it. And that present is the entire continent of Asia. Now, it's a difficult present. It's very expensive. A lot of people live there, but you know, Marcus Butler's pretty rich, and maybe you'll get it for him. But I think we should all save up. And as well as the charity thing, which is very important, as well as that, I think we should also all save up and buy Dan Asia. Hashtag buy Dan Asia. This has been Dan Hal Watch. Happy birthday, Dan. I'm 24 years old. Well, the sound of Dan bouncing on his bouncy castle reminds me that it's time for our question of the week. Yes, indeed. Last week I asked you a question of the week, as I do every week, and a bunch of you answered, and I want to thank you for doing that. You're a stars. But only one person got the correct answer, and that was someone by the name of Dark Queen of the Shadows, and they said the answer was a singular mashed potato. And that was indeed the correct answer. Some of you may not have realised, you had to do a little bit of calculations, carry the one, but it was actually a singular mashed potato. So congratulations to them. They win this week's prize, which is all of this used confetti. We'll put it in a box and mail it to you. It'll probably take a while. Now it's time for this week's question, which is as follows. If a squared plus b squared equals c squared, should we be scared? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll pick the best answer on next week's episode. Wow, he said. I guess you really are the Lord of the Rings. The end. It's a pretty good little book. I think I'll call it Twilight New Moon. I'm Benedict Townsend. This has been YouTuber News, which airs every Friday on the With Unicorns YouTube channel, Facebook page, Twitter page, all the pages. Don't forget the best way to get YouTuber News is to head over to YouTube, or maybe you're already there, and hit subscribe, and you get those brand new episodes delivered straight to you the second they come out, as well as all the other videos we make here on this channel. For example, we recently had an interview with Dodie Clark, formerly known as Dodie Clark. It was a really great interview. She was really nice, told us lots of interesting stuff. So if you want to see all kinds of YouTube related content, go to youtube.com and subscribe to With Unicorns. And was it alive when you removed this, or? Wonderful. And if you could do a special little favour for me, if you've enjoyed today's episode, or if you just enjoy the series in general, or if you're just feeling generous, if you could hit like, it really does help us out with the old algorithms behind the scenes. You know what YouTube's like. It's all over the place, so a little like would help us out greatly. Thanks. Have a great weekend, guys. I'm going to be spending most of my weekend and the next week cleaning up all this confetti. Or actually, I could just have my son do it. My son, Tavin. Tavin, he's my son. I'll try and work out where he is. I think I sold him to a zoo. I'll try and buy him back and then he can clean this up. I'll let you know how it goes. I'll see you next week, gang.